Hello, low ego action heroes. It's Debbie Levitt from Delta CX, and today we are doing a comedy live stream just to be silly. This is going to be get to know my boyfriend and ask him what you'd like. So, of course, we are going to be taking your questions and comments in the LinkedIn chat, in the YouTube chat, and if you'd like to ask anonymously, you can use the usual anonymous link, and I will check for that. We will introduce him very quickly, and someone already sent in like 12 questions they have for him. So if you don't have any questions right out of the gate, we've got questions. So let's see who's joining in. Hello, a few people in YouTube. So let's roll in our special guest. I'll roll over and we'll shout into this microphone.
Thank you, Wheels.
Yes, you're on the matching chair to mine. How's this?
Very bright and very good.
You look like that, but then if you want to look people in the eye, you could look there.
Okay.
Right. Hi, everybody. This is Pierre Mario.
Hello, Cleveland. I think I can go.
Yeah, right. And hold on. And wait, I hit the wrong thing. And
it's been nice. And
right. And
roll
scene. There you go. There, you're done. So I'm going to open up some of the questions we got for you.
Okay, which I haven't read.
I told you about them some weeks ago.
You read like one.
Oh yeah, one of our viewers sent 4 million questions for you. These are all for you.
One of our viewers.
So. One viewer sent in like 12 questions.
One anonymous viewer.
They use a fake YouTube name. I don't know who they are.
Okay.
So the first question is, what's it like to learn about UX when being in a relationship with an accomplished UX professional? Are there any disagreements about certain topics? Is it possible to be mentored by a loved one? Or do you have another mentor? Are you seeing another mentor?
Yeah. Well, we're not starting with a comedy question.
Oh well, they're not all going to be comedy questions.
No Spinal Tap references.
You already made one.
No, but in the questions I made.
No, this person had serious questions for you, but people are allowed to ask any questions they want. We can't guarantee that he'll answer them, but you can ask them.
Sure. So
do you need to see that question again?
It's me that I guess I'll have to reply. What's it like to learn you? Is it the second one? It's
the first one. It's this one. That's the next one.
Okay.
Say something. We're live.
Yeah, we're sorry. I got great timings to be on radio and YouTube and all the places. So learning UX from a loved one, it's actually great when you have the point is having a good mentor, which works as a general recommendation for, I guess, any UX learning. Like a good mentor goes a long way. And I think it's easy when things make sense.
Doesn't he have the most lovely eyes in the world? He has the biggest eyes in the world. They're so beautiful. Okay.
They're also very dirty. Hi.
Hi. Let's ask another question, and then we'll get to Kip's question. So here's your question. Does he know if he wants to specialize in a certain field of UX, like research, for example?
Quick answer is like my first pick would be interaction design because I think it's a lot of fun. But
a little closer.
But research is also very interesting. So, and you can quite do UX without research, I've learned. So, no, well.
Where'd you hear that?
Well, sitting over there at my desk, I overhear conversations a few times a week.
Sometimes he will mouth some of my presentations. He will like lip sync along with some of my presentations, and he memorizes some of the bad jokes.
Feel.
I haven't done that one in a while.
Yeah,
I took that slide out.
I missed that. I miss conferences and I miss that talk.
It's okay.
Do it.
Okay, so someday you'll do all the things. Okay, we've got a question.
Oh, like a live one.
Yeah, this question is from our friend Kip, also known as Karen. How'd you all meet?
Oh,
that's like the 4-hour story. Do you want to tell your version of the story?
just like that.
We've been watching Two Set Violin, just in case anybody can't tell where that came from.
Watch Two Set Violins, they're fun.
Yeah.
We met on the interwebs.
That's true. We got matched on online dating.
By the happiest and best glitch ever. Like, it was not supposed to happen.
Pretty much.
But we're very glad that...
Hooray, glitch.
Yay. So,
yeah. Oh, yay. Kip says, I love Two Set Violin.
So
yeah, we love them. And here's Oblivion who says, thanks for answering my questions. We're going to answer more of them. We've got them all written down. Yeah, we got matched on OkCupid when I had marked it as only show me North America, and you had marked it only show you your region of Italy.
Only locals, only not dating, and the most... anti-dating profile ever. Like, was designed to just scare people away, but there were...
It didn't work.
Because there were a few hints here and there, and I said, if somebody picks these hints, they're smart. And you know what?
I passed the test! Yeah. Yay!
So I usability tested the...
You can hit the panel if you want. See, these are all the effects.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And the comments are also here.
Some of them. It doesn't pick up LinkedIn here, but it'll pick up YouTube and thingy.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can set that off. Yeah. So anyway, we got matched on online dating and started communicating, and I was having the most fun I'd ever had in my entire life writing to this guy. And I was like, and then we started sending voice messages, and then we had video calls, and then I was like, I just have to meet you.
Yeah, and I was very glad you did.
Yeah, and so I did. And then I was like, wow, you're even better in real life. This is amazing. Wow, how'd that happen? So that is the really, really short version.
Very short.
Yeah, it's a very long story. That is the very short version of how we met. Let's go back to some of Oblivion's questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I love this one. Oblivion says, would Debbie break up with her boyfriend if he gets a design sprint certification? Would you ever get a design sprint certification? Are you lying?
I don't know. I wouldn't. Let's not talk about certification.
He's got that question. He asked.
Oh.
See?
No, I think.
Oh, he, she. I'm sorry, I don't know.
We had a 3 questions rule for. No.
No. We're gonna
design sprint certificate. I don't even know if there's. I guess there is a design sprint certification because
at least one.
Because I hear people is making lots of money with design sprints. And no, I would not get design sprint certification because that's frozen pizza.
And I think if you got one, it would probably be because you were applying to some sort of terrible job that wanted one. Like if you had to get one, I would try to be understanding of it. But I mean, like, I don't cut out of my life people with design sprint certifications. I mean, many of you have them. So it's not like I'm throwing everyone out of my life. So we'll keep you. Next question. And guys, keep asking questions. LinkedIn, YouTube, we are live, and we'll be here.
We have
and Olivia the dog is here too.
She's already been on video.
Yeah, she's a good guest. She doesn't like to be on the camera. Okay. Oblivion says, I think I've heard, and I hope that I'm not wrong, that your boyfriend... Oh, Oz says, good God almighty, it's Pierre Mario,
Oh,
he's real.
Hey, Oz. I'm real.
He is real, Oz. I can't believe you thought he was not.
No.
Yeah. Well, actually, let's ask Oblivion's question, and then we'll go to Kip's question. And I just want to turn up our compressor because we're being loud.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm being loud. I'm usually louder than you. Let's try that. Compressor, compressor, compressor. Hey, Oz. Okay, so Oblivion's question was, your boyfriend has done the NNG certification. True.
True. Very true.
Your boyfriend was enrolled at UXDI.
Also true.
Was enrolled. True.
And
took the Curiosity Tank classes.
Yes.
Yes, as an observer.
Very true.
What else has he done to break into UX? You haven't done any other we did the WebAIM training on accessibility. Yep. And he's going to probably take the DEQ training on accessibility, DEQUE. Was there something else you were taking or attending or doing?
Not specifically on UX, but this is the question. So any other thing to break into UX? Oh, any other thing to break into UX? I've been reading a lot of things, and as I'm not a teenager anymore, I think I got into somehow similar fields or fields that were kind of close to UX and accessibility, because when I started designing websites, I was and I still am a big fan of web standards, so like Zeltman and all the things. So that if you wanted your code to validate, you had to do it the right way, and that way magically it's accessible. So what's accessibility? And following this path, you end up in...
We should quickly answer Kip's question, which is, I don't know if I missed this, and you didn't. What did Pierre Mario do before getting into design? Was there another life? I would start right out of high school. You started with the family business.
Yeah, I worked at the family business for 20-something years. And in a family business, you do a lot of things, but I mostly design kitchens. And I sold a lot of tiles, like in many colors. And that helps with palettes.
He is better at colors than I'm such a terrible visual designer.
You have to match colors.
I picked out tile for the kitchen, and he's like, I think these are bathroom tiles. And I'm like, I don't care. I love them.
And we didn't break up with...
That's right.
For the
and you didn't pee
tiles.
didn't pee in the kitchen. So it worked out. And then you did the family business, but while you were doing the family business...
While I was doing the family business, our shop needed a website, so I started learning HTML, I think from html.it, which was, and I still is like one of the authorities in Italian HTML and website building, and so on and so on. I dodged Microsoft front page bullets. Sorry, Microsoft.
They're not a sponsor.
They're not a sponsors, and it's not sponsored, but you can subscribe, and we have like subscribe.
Well, you wrote these jokes.
Well, I told you these jokes, and I thought they were, but they passed. So
Hai scritto gli scherzi.
Ho scritto gli scherzi. And so I started with our own website, and then people started seeing the website and asking me, can you do my website? And I said, maybe. And I started doing websites for other people. And so that was my side gig for a lot of time, but I didn't have enough time to build websites. So websites. I also worked, and I still work for an agency that passes me most of their websites, and it started when I was still designing kitchens. So I just didn't have enough time to just make this my first gig.
But the family business closed about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, we decided to call it a day about 5 years ago now. So
websites are
very
you.
good decision. What?
Websites are you.
Yeah, websites are we. Adopt a website.
He's a huge Saturday Night Live fan. Oh my God. Oh no. He's doing Whiskers Are We, in case anybody's deciding. I end up just watching it.
Highly recommended. Whiskers Are We with Kristen Wiig.
Oh, with Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, that's the best one they did.
Yeah, and then by the time I was meeting you, you were interested in UX. So how had you learned about it?
As I said...
from Zeldman?
Well, Zeldman and web standards kind of cross path with UX, because good practices and like when something makes sense magically, it's good UX. And if you're building something that like is a website that has good code, that it's semantic, that as like an information architecture that makes sense and that people don't have to struggle with, even if you don't know how to call it, that's somehow close to UX.
I have a fun question. Pierre Mario, have you read this book?
I started reading it. I did.
You're on like page 10.
I started, but that's technically correct. I started.
For the comedy, Pierre Mario has not read my book.
But I proofread some of the chapters. And I know a lot about the Mike Mills interview.
Oh, the Mike Mills interview.
No, get to know and love Mike Mills.
Yes, from the band Toe Hider. Okay, let's go back to some of the
more
stuff.
Questions.
No, we'll go back to
read them.
Oblivion's questions
Okay.
while we answer these other ones. Plus, we should copy and paste Kip's into the what will end up as the YouTube description. Oblivion also wanted to know, what are the pros and cons of your experiences so far, and what, I guess, of the courses you've taken would you recommend to other UX students?
Where's the questions? But okay.
That's over here. That's this one.
Okay. Pros and cons. The pros are mostly like whenever you're learning something, I think that like actual experience and actual work when you have a mentor or fast
You're just
feedback.
repeating things I say.
No, I think we can go. Well, I think that's...
I think he's really trying... I don't know. Well, he or she, I'm sorry. I think this person might be trying to figure out if you would recommend things like NNG, UX Design Institute, Curiosity Tank, and some of the other classes you've done.
I'm beyond happy with NNG, with the experience I had at NNG, and like I got to do interaction design with TOG, which is a big deal. But I liked, in order of enthusiasm, I would say then Michelle's classes, which are very practical and very...
That's Curiosity Tank.
Oh, what did I say?
Well, you said Michelle. You and I know it's Michelle.
Yeah, Curiosity Tank.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. I think there has to be a good balance between what you learn and what you actually do. It's not just being crammed with information that you then don't really put into action. And that information has to follow like an order that makes sense, and things have to be planned well. Get into the question. Don't want to say too loud.
Oh, I do.
You do? Okay. I'm not super happy with my experience as UXDI.
I'm furious.
I partly.
But you're more mellow than I am.
I'm very mellow, and I don't want to poop on anybody, and I would like to take responsibility for not having had a lot of time over this year. 2020. But there.
Say it.
I'm about to quit. I'm probably going to just call it a day and quit the program because of kind of lack of feedback and lack of
mentoring and support. And I paid for it, but I'm encouraging him to quit it because now that we've seen it more in depth and we've seen the lack of mentoring and support, and we've seen some important topics that the program doesn't even cover, that bothers me. And so it would not be a program that I would recommend. I know it's in my book as a program that I could recommend if you got an outside mentor and coach, but I've tried to mentor and coach someone who was going through it, and there were just too many holes. It was hard for me to try to reteach them a lot of things that were missing. So not a fan. And let's move on.
Yep.
We've got an interesting Kip question. Kip says, it comes up under my head.
What do you respect most about the other?
Okay, so I'd say think of an answer, and then we'll say 1, 2, 3, and we'll say it. And let's see if we say something similar. So
Okay.
For what do you respect most about the other person? Do you have an answer?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3,
Honesty.
empathy. That's good. So I said empathy, and he said honesty.
Yeah.
But of course, you're also very honest.
Yeah, that helps. That usually.
I like that about you.
If you can pick something, if you can choose, be honest between various
But
choices.
I've dated honest people who had no empathy.
Right.
So now I'm like, oh man, empathy is the deal breaker.
Yeah, I know that empathy is big in the family. So we do like empathy, but it was just.
Don't. If there's a sad story out there, we're just both crying. Like we're just.
What is it?
I'm just saying, like we're both high empathy, and if there's a sad story
Oh,
out there,
yeah.
we both feel it in our bodies, and then we're both like. Ooh.
So yeah, what I respect most about Debbie is that.
Right into the microphone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What I don't respect is that the microphone is far away
And not
from
too
me.
loud. Watch the meters.
The meters. Hi, because Debbie is a sound engineer.
I'm picky.
That's another thing I
listened back to some of my stuff, and it was redlining a little bit.
okay. And no, I'm just a gentle guy.
You are.
Yeah.
Do you have a radio voice?
I have radio voice, but not quite the radio rhythm. I'm afraid. So you have to be like into like late night radio
Shipping
host.
reports.
Yeah, like. NPR.
So anyway, what do you like about me?
Well, what I was saying is that like honesty is not just a slogan; it's something that looks good on CV. What you see and hear from Debbie is what she actually is and does when YouTube is not on.
Right, I'm this stupid 24 hours a day.
And my head is big. So this Oz, I will ask for tips about
Hats.
sizing my head for hats correctly. It's a little weird.
It is. It's also green screening.
Yeah.
No
green screen.
This is Comedy Office Hours. Ask Deb's boyfriend anything.
Yeah.
Won't you please ask him questions? I didn't even check if we got anonymous questions. We do have two anonymous questions.
Two anonymous questions.
When are you guys getting married? Hold on, let's copy with 3 eyeball icons. Let's put that in there. And do you want to answer that question?
Well, I'll say, first of all, we are getting married.
That's right. You noticed.
Yeah.
Does he have a critical thinking hat?
No.
Yeah.
No, I was late to the party, and
these were just hats I had anyway that I just called critical thinking hat.
And when I've been at Disney, I was just too much into avoiding coasters.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of hats.
No. Hi, Olivia.
Oh, it's Olivia.
Yep.
Do you want to pick up Olivia?
Not quite.
Okay.
I'm already kind of unstable on this chair.
Come on over. So yes, we are planning to get married, but given COVID and other things,
not immediately, but
right, we've decided to push it out, and also we have no reason to get married. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Because I'm not taking your last name. And that's not done in Italy anyway.
My last name.
Well, that's not done in Italy anyway. That's common outside of Italy, but luckily here, women keep their names. And I'm not trying to tap into your fortune.
Yeah.
And I don't like kids, and we don't have any, and we don't want any. We're already raising 5 beautiful dogs,
puppies, yeah.
as you know. So we have no reason to get married. But my policy is if I could find someone I actually like and date them for 5 years and still like them after 5 years, maybe we could get married.
I think so.
It's just an idea.
Yep.
So the countdown is on. As of now, we're thinking late 2022, fall 2022, just because we want to make sure this COVID thing is cleared up. Otherwise, no one will travel to see it.
Yeah.
But you'll be there.
Yeah, I'd like to. I would really like to.
Do you think you'll wear something fancy, like a bow tie?
No. I was once...
Will you wear, like, your Bjorn Borg shirt?
Maybe. I can feed into it. But I was once the best man for... Best man?
Best man.
Best man for my best friend. And I bought a suit for this marriage, and I wore the suit once, and I don't know where the suit is for the sake of my life. Like, it's probably in some laundry somewhere.
Weddings have been pretty casual here because we've gone to a bunch of weddings.
Let's not talk about my attires at weddings.
Well, I'm just saying we dress casually for weddings, pretty casually here. It's not a fancy
weddings with sandals.
Right, right. Let's remember that for the last couple of weddings, because I couldn't find anything to wear here because nobody's shaped like me, because everyone is a tiny stick.
Except me.
Well, for women.
Okay.
So we were shopping for things to wear to the wedding in the sporting goods store.
Yes.
And you got a nice shirt, and you got the blue shirt with the red collar.
Oh yeah.
And I bought a triple extra large camouflage shirt, which I cut up and followed a YouTube video on how to make into a skirt. So I made a camouflage skirt, and I'm wearing that to people's weddings.
Yeah.
The end. Let's see. Julianne says, we'll put it up. I think we kind of answered this one, but go for it.
Sweet Meadow had any mentors that Debbie didn't agree with? No, I wouldn't say so.
Have you gotten any bad advice where I've been, holy crap, don't do that? Have I been yelling that?
No, I'm usually lucky enough to either find good sources or select them, and even before critical thinking hats, where I think in the house, I try to think critically. So
Well, I like that about you too. Yeah, you're no sheep.
Nope.
You can press 4.
4. If I disappear, it's been
Now, if you press 4, her
beautiful.
question goes away.
Oh,
It would clear it out.
did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let's get to the last of Oblivion's questions, and then we are taking more questions. This is Comedy Office Hours, Ask Debbie's Boyfriend Anything, and this is Debbie's boyfriend. You can
Hey.
also ask him anonymous questions at the usual URL, and
Yeah.
I'll be checking my email for your anonymous questions if you don't want me to know who's asking them. So previous questions we got sent in are this one here. Has he been working on his portfolio already?
File under not a lot of time.
Right.
But I should and eventually will.
Eventually.
Yeah.
How long has it been since he started to learn about UX?
I would say formally since I met you. Like I knew what UX was.
But you hadn't started reading any books or learning much?
Not. I was aware of like Don Norman's book and this
You
kind
know
of
who
thing.
Don Norman is?
Yeah, otherwise you can Google it, but you hopefully can find somebody that tells you. So Googling.
He's referencing a story I tell all the
Googling
time
is a
on
lot
this channel.
of work, and there are not a lot of results for Dan
Googling
Norman.
is so hard. Won't someone just tell me who Don Norman is?
Yeah, the 3 results you get when you decide
And
that you can search for Tim Berners-Lee and you
Right.
get pretty much the same
Mozilla
result.
one. When does Netscape one?
Yeah.
When does he plan on applying for an internship or junior position?
When I'm good enough. No rush. Like it's I mean it's I've no real rush to
Yeah, I mean, your website business is quite successful.
yeah, it's going well. So
And especially this year, I really thought that no one would want a website this year and he would be absolutely bored with nothing to do, and your business increased.
somehow, yeah. So
Through the power of positive thinking.
well, I feel kind of bad in being like 2020 was great for my
Right.
business, but I can't really complain. So I haven't updated my web portfolio yet, so I still have to work on that. But you know, go on. No,
Oh, okay.
it was just domanda retorica. You know, Go
Rhetorical
ahead.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Julianne had asked, so you can
Yeah.
press a question and then you press send,
Hey.
and then it goes up. Julianne says, what brought Debbie to Italy? This beautiful face.
And
These
airplanes.
monkey eyes.
The black monkey eyes. Yeah, and
yeah.
a glitch.
Right. So mostly this guy, and also the opportunity to live somewhere fresh and new, to grow my business somewhere fresh and new. And so that's, I would say that's what brings me here. Because I could be anywhere because no one cares where I am. But when I started visiting him and I was almost commuting here from America to Italy, I was like, this place is beautiful. You're beautiful. Why am I not here? And so I applied for a work visa to run my own small business. And I figured if I got the visa, I'll move. And if I don't get the visa, I'll keep visiting. But I got the visa. So I'm here legally on my own magical entrepreneurial power. So I am a legal resident of Italy. I have the equivalent of a green card, and
It's very fast to get in Italy. No paperwork.
It's bureaucracy. It's had some ups and downs, but luckily we have some good advocates who help us out when the paperwork gets ugly.
And they saw how much better you got with your Italian over time.
That's true, because I see them every X months to renew things. Like, my Italian's a little better every time I see them, and they're like, oh.
We went from what did he say and to no, that's not what I want.
Getting there. This is Comedy Office Hours. Yeah, Ask Us Anything. Comedy. This is Debbie's boyfriend. Ask Debbie's boyfriend anything.
Okay.
And again, we've been watching Two Set Violins, so he found his recorder.
Olivia, you are 2,000 subscribers.
Right.
You can ask Olivia anything.
Olivia the dog is here, and she's acting like she wants us to pay attention to her. Because whenever we get really close together, she's like, and me. Yeah. So.
Yes.
Julianne, any other questions? So these are questions for you. What are some questions I could ask you?
Questions you don't know the answers.
No, that's true. I would know the answer. Like
Pizza, yes.
I could play in bad interviewer and be like, "How do you feel about Acture?" You can press the Acture button.
I can press the
Acture button.
I feel great about Acture. I just wish there were a course where you could learn Acture from a great teacher, like a workshop over the interwebs, like in December. I'll leave it there.
Very subtle. Thank you. Not sponsored. If only.
Well, it's sponsored, but it's
sponsored by me.
Sponsored by you, but it's basically a gift because it's really much cheaper than usual.
Thank you.
That's how I learned Acture. So,
let's see. Julianne has a new question, though. Yes. I think it might be for me. Though really, everyone should be asking you questions because they can ask me questions every Tuesday at office hours.
Yeah, but I will just answer for you because that's what good UX people do. Like, just assume for people. No, you don't. Okay.
Okay. Julianne asks, has living abroad helped you even further hone your empathy skills? I used to live in Europe too and loved it, but I had to learn Spanish and French by full immersion. Very awesome experience. So I like to say I'm learning Italian the lazy way. Because I have a teacher who isn't him, and then I've got him, and then as soon as I open my door, I have a whole bunch of people who don't speak English that I have to speak Italian to, but I still deal in English in sitting in this chair. So I've been really lazy about Italian. People think, oh, you must be immersed, and it's like, no, I'm kind of in like a 70% English world. So, but as for further honing my empathy skills, I don't want to say something that sounds arrogant, but I don't know if I could have a lot more empathy because I already struggle with being high empathy. So, I will say, though, this is not really empathy, but I will say that being an immigrant gave me certainly a lot of perspective on some of the things that immigrants deal with, but I'm not going to pretend that I understand the immigrant experience because I understand the immigrant experience from someone who's not being, nobody's racist about me. I've run into a couple of people who were, you're racist about me?
No, I'm saying hi to Dr. Nick.
Oh, okay.
Just do your thing.
But he doesn't know you're saying hi to him.
I'm saying hi, Dr. Nick.
Anyway, I know that in the scheme of things, being an immigrant here still is kind of a privileged thing, and I'm not going to pretend that, but being an immigrant has certainly been an experience, and I wish more people could experience it because maybe they would have more empathy. So we've got, so Kip's got lots of good questions. Kip wants to know all the things. Let's start with this one from Kip. Do you want to press it and press send?
This one.
Yeah. See, now you see how the show works.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. Kip says, what's the weirdest thing that the other person does? I guess that we can say on the air, and that isn't too gross or gets anyone sued.
Singing opera at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, except I do have a somewhat soundproof room for that.
Yeah.
Oh, is that weird that I sing opera at 1 in the morning?
No, it would be lovely, but we have a neighbor.
But I have a semi-soundproof room.
The entire room. But
Oh,
anyway.
you think when I'm singing and I'm not in the semi-soundproof room? That's
not always.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. The weirdest thing you do. Snoring?
Falling asleep in 3 seconds.
No, that's a beautiful
That's
thing.
beautiful
This man
thing.
can fall asleep so fast, and even in the middle of his own sentence, and I'm so jealous because I have like lifelong insomnia and sleep issues. That's not weird at all. It's like, oh my God. And I'll have terrible nightmares during the night, and he'll wake up and he'll be like, I had this terrible dream. I was at a conference. And I'll be like, what? You know, like I'm stabbing people in hand-to-hand combat.
Tonight I dreamt that I was served a very small pizza at Vesuvio.
Are you really?
Yeah, I woke up very sad. It was like,
my dream was I was in a helicopter flying too close to a stormy sea, and the helicopter was starting to drown in the sea. And you dreamt of a small pizza.
yeah, and I was very miserable because I was like,
I'm trying to not cry right now because it's so funny.
it was actually
And then
my dream.
and then in the morning we compare dreams, and I want to be sympathetic, like I'm so sorry you had a bad dream, but it's like you dreamt that you had a small pizza, and I was trying to not be raped. So like,
well, sure.
okay, sorry about your pizza. So the weirdest thing about you. What do I think where I go? He's just so weird. You always miss shaving that hair.
Oh yeah,
I'll just pick that. You hit hair right here.
it's Antonio.
Ciao, Antonio.
Yeah.
Oggi sei corto. Okay. Hopefully that works. Okay, Kip's got another one. Do you want to send it up?
This one? No, this is an LOL. Which one? This one?
Yes.
Oh, that's a simple and easy question.
Kip says, then you read it, like you have to be radio host.
Oh, what is the meaning of life, Pierre Mario?
Oh, you're Pierre
It's
Mario.
comma Pierre Mario.
Yeah.
So it's the meaning of life in general. So not life Pierre Mario.
Right, it's got a comma.
Comma.
So what's the meaning of life to you?
The meaning of life is be helpful, I think. Like,
But you get to answer it. Like, there's no wrong answer.
No, I think that's...
Well, I'm sure there is a wrong answer.
There are many wrong answers being...
Especially this year.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the complete meaning of life, but to me, one meaning of life is be generally nice and helpful to people around you, and possibly even to yourself. And that helps a lot because it just makes life easier for everybody, and life is a little better.
Okay, I accept.
And pizza.
And pizza. We've got another question. Do you want to put it up? It's Nick. Yep, hit that one. Dr. Nick says, does Debbie use you as a UX guinea pig?
I wish.
What would that even look like?
No, I'm just learning a lot of things. So I'm happy to be a guinea pig for Debbie's UX adventures, and I sure got to learn a lot and hear a lot of UX talks.
Yes, I will say he's a bit of a guinea pig for some of my presentations and my conference talks. Remember 2 years ago when I was writing that talk, and every time I got to the same point of it, you'd fall asleep?
Yeah.
And I loved it because I was like, that could happen. The audience could fall asleep at this point. So that was really realistic. That was a good.
That's like.
That was like a high fidelity.
Yeah,
prototype.
It's like Stanislavski UX. Whatever that is.
Kip says
Yeah.
she likes your answer to the meaning of life, considering I said empathy was the thing I respected most about you.
Thanks.
He's very helpful. Very, very helpful. I still can't believe it. Still can't believe I found you.
Sometimes being very helpful does not completely match with good time management, just as just as a general advice. So be helpful, but get to pick your recipients. So,
Well, we also live in island time.
Yeah.
So
but that helps us being like, you'll be somewhat sane in 2020.
I guess so.
Yeah. So no need to rush, especially this year.
Yeah, that's true. Rushing to nothing. So again, this is Comedy Office Hours. Ask Deb's boyfriend anything. And so far we haven't been asked anything we've refused to answer. Nobody's asked you anything
Nope.
creepy.
No.
So we're still here, and we're here to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. So thanks to everybody who has been subscribing. I'm really happy that we hit 1,000, not because I care about vanity metrics, but because I did it organically and without buying subscribers and without running a contest and doing things people do to steal subscribers. Maggie says, oh no, I forgot this was today. He's real. Yay!
Hi, Maggie.
That's friend of the show, Maggie P.
Yeah, I know.
So, hi Maggie, how's your day going? I hope you get some people applying to your design system job.
Yes.
I can't do it. I'm terrible at design systems.
As long as you have your health.
I have my health.
Okay.
Do you have your health?
Mostly, yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
Pierre Mario, for some bizarre reason, is working on a fake New York accent based on my former New York accent that I pull out as a character. We'll see who applies. Yes. Kip's got a freshie question. If you both weren't doing design, what would you be doing instead? You think you'd still be doing kitchens?
Not kitchens, but sometimes I thought.
Well, you'd run your website company.
Well, I would include design in.
Okay, so if you weren't allowed to build websites.
I sometimes thought I would have liked architecture.
Oh, yes. This man built me a home recording studio that he reverse engineered, that he CAD designed down to a millimeter, that he then built in the house with help from the carpenter. And that's why I said it's mostly soundproof. It's not completely soundproof because, we didn't go for the $8,000 version. We went for
we went
home-built
for the
version.
1/10 of the cost.
Yeah, I mean, it probably cost the materials were probably $1,000. Yeah, and I call it a mostly soundproof booth because it's not totally soundproof, but it definitely deadens. So let's see, what would I be doing instead of design? What do you think I would be doing if I weren't doing this?
Music.
I guess so.
music recording, music production, music singing. I didn't
Background
say
singing.
I didn't say music because I'm not like trained in music, but that would be cool.
But you're a good musician, even though you're not trained.
Yeah. Yeah, good musician.
Let's hear a song. Valley of the Queens. That's not that.
That's the encore.
La sigla.
Sì, il bis.
E la coda.
Sì, lunga.
Ancora. That's so romantic and practical. Which thing? That you would do an architecture? No. That I would be music? I don't know.
Build a studio.
You guys should start a band. We have it on the to-do list that fell apart.
Yeah.
What are we missing to start a band? Oh, time. We did not have the low effort year that some people had.
No, but we'll get there.
Right. What would you name the band?
Oh, I don't know. I have to think about it.
Pierre Mario and the Plastic Pizza Band.
No.
Oh, it's been done.
Yeah, that sounds like something.
It sounds like something.
Yeah.
Julianne has a question. Hey, this is funny. Julianne thinks sometimes we're not at our computers. When you guys aren't on your computers, which we are 7 days a week, what do you guys do in your spare time? Hobbies, etc. Well, I think we have different hobbies. What's your hobbies?
When going out was still a thing,
Ooh, mi ricordo.
I was still into photography.
He's had nice exhibitions here.
And volunteer at a music festival once a year.
The music festival. I was like, you cannot volunteer at that this year. That's going to be COVID magnet universe. Did anybody get sick from the festival?
No, absolutely nobody.
Well, I'm still glad you didn't go.
Yeah, but I volunteered from home, and I did the whole ticketing system, which we made for the first time on Eventbrite, which is a great system. And I worked 3 times as hard as usual when I usually drive around musicians, which is a lot of fun.
And you made me volunteer at that festival. Was it last year or the year before? Because I blocked it out.
It's 2 years ago, I guess.
That was terrible. But it's his favorite thing. Like every year he's like, the festival, I get to volunteer. And I'm like,
it's a beautiful festival.
The festival is nice, but I didn't enjoy volunteering. But also I didn't have a lot of language at the time.
Yeah.
And a certain person was picking on me.
Yeah, and this person might get like bolder answers right now.
What do you mean?
That you can...
Oh, that's true. I would have a lot more to say to her now.
Yeah.
Well, it was like when I first met your aunt, who's like 70-something, and she had been a kindergarten teacher, and I didn't have a lot of language, so she treated me like a kindergartner. And finally, I'm like, how do we explain to this woman that I have like a college degree and I'm not an idiot and I just don't know a lot of Italian? And
okay, she said it.
Yeah, do you want food? You know, like, and I'd be like, I'm not an idiot. And finally, I said to her one day in Italian, I have many hypotheses, but few words.
Okay.
And then she was like she didn't know what to do with that. Yeah. So, hobbies. I had hobbies. When I lived in San Francisco, I was a karaoke regular at one of the clubs in San Francisco. I would go out a lot to sing. Karaoke's not really a thing here. And I haven't been as social as I wanted to be because I haven't had the language skills, but you know, they're getting better all the time. That's so hilarious and so condescending. Yeah. Finally, I can talk a little bit more to Aunt Maria. I think she was just in kindergartner mode, but, you know.
Yeah, but she's the kindest person.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In the world.
She's not a bad
person at all. She usually doesn't pick on people.
I was just like, can someone please tell her I'm not an idiot?
No, she was genuinely
learning the language. So, but we're better now. We're much better.
Yes.
I can talk to small children. Hobbies. Do I have hobbies?
Disney.
Well, I can't go right now.
I know. The point is hobbies you can do at home.
Well,
So
I've been trying to make time to try that new technique for practicing singing.
Yep.
I've been trying. I'm very whenever Two Sad Violin says practice, I'm like, oh crap. So I've been trying to spend more time practicing, and I haven't been doing it consistently. But when I do practice, I do feel the difference.
Yeah.
So I'm an idiot. I need to practice my singing more because I have a goal of recording a singing demo, but I can't even sing the demo I've planned. So I need to practice more.
Yeah, and I mean the problem is that you're not into 90s music as I am, where you don't actually need a lot of good singing skills.
So you're saying if
You
I
want-
were
you want to
into
see
out
the-
of tune shoegaze,
Yeah.
yeah, I care about singing in tune. I just have these stupid standards. I want to sing in tune, and I want to sing really difficult things so that I can put a demo out there and say, hi, I can sing these really difficult things, so, you can give me anything up to this level. So I planned this demo with a lot of difficult things, and right now I can't sing them. So
Which is still 70% more than the average human can sing.
it's not a contest.
But
Kip says, what type of music are you recording? I am mostly recording and practicing various projects that all lead back to a guy named Arjen Lucassen. He's a Dutch guy, and he has a whole bunch of different projects that he does under different band names, but he writes or co-writes all of these things, and I think he's just a genius. So if you'd like to explore an album, I still think the best album he was involved in was an album called The Diary, and he named the band The Gentle Storm, which is a little cheesy. But then he did something interesting. He put out 2 versions of the album as a 2 CD set. Same album. CD 1 is the gentle version, and it's kind of folk. And then CD 2 is the storm version, and it's kind of rock metal. So you can listen to both and hear how he reinterpreted his own music. He also does almost only concept albums, so it's the story of a young couple in the 1600s in Netherlands. You got to spell this out for me, please. The Gentle Storm, The Diary. Where's my screen for typing things? Hold on. The Diary by The Gentle Storm. I know, you got to type these things and then you got to press 4.
Ooh, +4.
Press 4 in the chat. Uh-oh, sad question. Pierre Mario, are you into the same... Yeah, Arjen Anthony Lucassen. His last name is Lucassen. Oh, good. 2 questions. Is Pierre Mario into the same music? And is he... Nick says, every Italian I've ever met has been a massive Pink Floyd fan. What does Pierre Mario think of Pink Floyd?
I've most of Pink Floyd records, and it started as a family passion, as it should.
You should mention you were very influenced by the music your uncles were listening to.
I'm very, very lucky to have grown up with 2 uncles that were teenagers in the 70s. So I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin and Genesis and Prog. And I've seen Pink Floyd live once at Venice at that concert.
That was, you said the famous concert in Venice where like there was a riot or something.
Yeah, that concert.
But you were a kid.
I was 89. I was 13. I was about to turn 14-year-old. No, 13. Yeah. And I do like Pink Floyd.
Oh, speaking of you at 14, I want to show everybody Pierre Mario as Alexander the Great.
Oh, when I was into, and I still am into Smashing Pumpkins and Pavement.
Pierre Mario's grunge period.
Before I found out about Mogwai and the Smiths.
This is Pierre Mario. What year? How old are you here? 20?
This is 1996. Yeah,
20.
Yeah, roughly.
That mostly looks like you.
Oh.
But plus afro.
Yeah, so I have no problems with my very short hair right now because I did everything I ever wanted with my hair. So yeah.
Yes, I am not into Pink
Including
Floyd. Nobody's
tangles.
asking me, but I'm not into Pink Floyd. Sorry.
But Arjen Lucassen
Is into Pink Floyd. Yeah,
Pink
sometimes-
Floyd, and I can hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Sometimes Arjen does a song, and I'm like, "Oh, that is so Pink Floyd. How did he?
Yeah,
like,
that's
can he
like
ever forgive
animals."
himself? like the human equation is
Yeah, there are
so.
some.
Yeah, the song that starts with like the guy on the respirator, and I'm like, "Ah, that's been done."
Yeah.
But anyway, Nick says,
Oh, maybe the hair that was.
giant hair.
No, I should have.
Well, I'll put my hair on you, and we'll see if you can look like that guy.
No,
again.
I guess Nick is wow.
Bad toupee.
Now I'm suddenly back into like classic metal. Like,
Bad toupee. Yeah, you look like really
Motorhead.
bad toupee with like some middle part.
But in the one surprising thing that 2020 brought is that I started listening to the
Yes, are we into the same music?
not quite, but I do like heavy metal. Oh, and we
And I'm not into metal other
but
than Ari and Lucasen.
back from the basics. We are both into Duran Duran and 80s music.
Huge.
and like
And our go-to karaoke song is
Rio.
Rio by Duran Duran. We sing it together.
Yeah, so we have in common all the Depeche Mode, and we still back to the how did you meet on the interwebs and things. We still have to send flowers or anything that can be delivered to Kate Bush, because I picked just randomly a Kate Bush nickname for my profile.
Yeah, on the online dating site, he named himself Cloudbusting99.
Yeah.
And I was like, Cloudbusting? Because I'm a huge Kate Bush fan. I was like, somebody knows who Kate Bush is? Because in America, I'm always like the only person.
She's famous.
She is famous, but most Americans don't know her, or they know Running Up That Hill, and that's it. So I'm like, who's this guy who named himself Cloudbusting?
Even my mom knows it.
That's true. Your mom sings Babushka.
She sings Babushka, but she knows.
And she sings Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, she does.
I'm lucky also that he is a very cool mom.
Yes.
And she lives up the driveway. Nick says we have to sing Rio. Oh, Kip says, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Only song I know is Running Up That Hill, but I
It's a
love
good
it.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a good one.
Let's just start from there.
Yeah. Are you gonna sing Rio?
Quietly.
Quietly to yourself.
No, well.
Okay. Optional.
No,
I'm not gonna make you. You're not trained monkey. You don't
We-
have to sing on my channel.
Nick will send you a video.
That's true.
Like
We
a
have
private one.
We have a video of us singing Rio
We have
at a couple
several
of karaoke.
Rio videos.
We have 2 or 3 from which you may choose.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, normally we'd wind down by now, so if anybody has last questions, send them over. This has been Comedy Office Hours, Ask Debbie's Boyfriend Anything. The duet with Peter Gabriel, Don't Give Up. Yep. I used to do that at karaoke with Scott the DJ.
Yes. And
But-
I've seen Peter Gabriel live in a 3,000 people village here. It's the best story ever.
That is a good story.
Yes.
Don't give up, 'cause you have friends.
Thank you. As long as I don't do design thinking.
Thanks. He said design thinking.
Oh, no.
Why?
Wait. Let me create some empathy right now. So.
Run, oh noes. No. You created empathy. That is
Yeah,
good.
out of the hat.
Yeah, you only have to put a sticky note on a wall.
Yeah, I create empathy 3 times a day, roughly, when you're not looking.
Toilet time?
No, that's.
Nick
I will,
says,
Nick. I will.
come by my empathy UX course. Yeah, I keep
Yes.
seeing these books like
Yeah.
how to have empathy with your empathy with empathy.
Yeah. I
Doesn't
hear
work.
that Morrissey did it.
Morrissey is a high empathy dude.
Yeah.
He really
Did-
cares
did
about
it.
others. Oh boy. Every time the news is like, Morrissey says another racist thing, you're like, Morrissey? That guy?
Morrissey.
That guy? Vegan racist?
Yeah.
Morrissey.
But I got to see Morrissey thanks to.
Yeah, we went
Her.
to Morrissey.
Yes.
I'd seen him before.
You, but I had already called it out. Like, when am I ever going to see Morrissey?
That's true, because he doesn't show up to his own concerts.
Yeah. So I'll see any concert right now if they could be a thing, please.
Well, Toe Hider's playing live November 7.
Yeah, but I missed like sweaty concerts with people.
Well, we did have a good time last year at the.
Yeah, is that the last concert we saw?
That's the last concert we saw.
I guess we.
Last concert we went to was September of last year.
Yep.
We went to
A year
see one
ago.
of Arjen's projects in Netherlands. And he decided to put it out as a DVD. And we're like trying to find ourselves. We're like, I think that's your head.
Yes.
And am I wearing glasses that day? I think I might have glasses on. Can you see me?
And we saw the same concert twice in Long Weekend.
Yeah, he did the same show 5 times in over 3 days.
Yeah.
And we bought the first show and the last show? Or the second
maybe
show and
second
the last show?
and maybe second and the last one.
Yeah.
But good times.
That was really good. That was surprisingly good. And we met nice people.
Yep.
Really nice people. That he attracts nice people and geeks, super geeks.
Yes.
Because the concept albums are so
We like geeks.
intellectual, so all the fans are like off the charts smart. So it's a nice group to run with if you get into the music. Any last questions for the Pierre Mario?
Hi.
Pierre Mario, do you have any exciting weekend plans?
David Gilmour, all 3 nights at the Royal Albert Hall. Well, air both nights at Shepherd's Bush. Yeah, that's also very good. But
and loads of dead shows.
But being
Grateful Dead.
in England helps when you're going to see concerts.
Yeah, we have to fly to see concerts
Yeah.
or get on the ferry and drive and
right. Great to meet you too, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it go by before, but Nick's wife thinks you look like Dr. Nick.
Who knows? His wife knows.
Right.
Okay. I'll take it.
I have 2 more calls to make.
And good night.
See. I'm doing a 70-person remote observational study, and this is like number 65 and 66. So, that's not good for you,
too.
but good
Come on.
The one funny thing about Pierre Mario volunteering at the music festival every year is the ladies love him. And I'm always like, look out. The ladies love you.
Yep.
And some of the men.
Just because I can say squirrel in German.
That's his pickup line. I'm surprised it works.
And I can say pear juice in many languages.
That's not a pickup line. I haven't found anyone who cares about that yet, other than you. But for some reason, the ladies get very interested when he says squirrel in German. I've watched it happen in supermarkets.
Many times.
That's true. I'm like, he said it again. What is he doing? Ciao, Maggie.
Ciao, Maggie.
Ciao, Nick.
So,
Do you think you'll come back and be a guest on the show again?
if they ever want, or for 2,000. Like every 1,000, I'm available.
Every 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah, that's Eichhörnchen.
Yes. Evidently, the ladies are impressed that he can say such a long German word
they
that
go
they're just like,
all
oh.
like Adam's Family right away.
What's that mean?
Like Gomez and Morticia, like Eichhörnchen.
Yep.
Oblivion. Got it. Yep.
Right. So, if you want to pick up German ladies in supermarkets on vacation in sunny beach locations, you just evidently have to say squirrel to them and look like this.
Yeah, never. I mean, okay.
Never fails.
Never. Yeah, never works. But I don't want it to work right now. Like whatever it is, I just impressed with my squirrelness. Yeah, squirrel.
Squirrel power. Activate. Oh, I've got hours of work. What are you working on? Oh, you can't say. You're working on things.
Mm-hmm. I'm working on things.
Don't forget to do the things.
Yeah, and I will have dinner.
Late Italian dinner.
Because...
that should be a meme. What? Nice Italian
Which
man
one?
flirts with Germans in supermarkets by saying squirrel? That's kind of long.
Yeah, but...
And hard to explain.
But it doesn't really work. So.
Well, I mean, nobody's like tried to go home with us, but the ladies kind of look at him like... He said he could say squirrel.
You can say Eichhörnchen, then it's...
Wow.
Wunderbar.
Oh, tell me more. Squirrel. Yeah, Kip, I can't guarantee if you say squirrel that you suddenly meet someone new.
And if you say scoiattolo in Italian, that's not quite the same thing. So.
But it is squirrel.
Scoiattolo. Yeah. Squirrel.
Maybe you can give people some sort of sign-off in Gallurese.
Oh, arrivederci.
That's kind of like arrivederci.
Random UX folks arrested in Germany for harassing old ladies with boldly
badly pronounced squirrels.
Yeah, that's
we can see the
somebody we
now.
know.
It's you.
We'll look into it.
Say something more interesting in Gallurese. It's an interesting language.
I don't know.
Won't you please?
Say.
Let's see. Well, because you can't use technology words because those are all loan words.
Pretty much.
So you could say, I have 5 dogs and a nice girlfriend.
Agli 5 cani e una stella per da un bel.
What did you really say?
I said I have 5 dogs and a girl that is very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that Beddu?
Bedda.
Bedda.
That's beautiful.
Kip says, say the garbage is full of orange fairies and squirrels.
Okay.
Does Gallurese have these words? Fairies?
Okay, yeah. Lupintoni dell'alga è pieno di aranci, di vati e di basili. No? We don't have squirrels in Sardinia, unfortunately. So I'll pick the closest animal, which is like a ferret.
Well, if you get bored, you can Google Gallurese, which is the local language here.
Yeah. Get bored.
Get bored and Google it because y'all have extra time.
Rodent. It's getting more.
Undetermined rodent.
Yeah. Like genus.
Genus. All right. I got to prep for my calls.
Okay.
We have to go.
Yeah.
We don't have a goodbye song.
No, I can take over your channel. You have to.
You could start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And you could sit here because we have the setup, and you could broadcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I won't even charge you.
I'll do it in the 7 minutes each week when this desk is available, and that's gonna be a short.
You could do it after I go to sleep.
Oh. Late night. Okay.
Well, I hope everybody's had silly fun and had a smile. People said they could use a little smile as the election got closer, so hopefully
yes, please smile, and we hope
vote.
to smile in a week.
Nicht so good.
Didn't say anything.
Yeah, really. Don't bring it down, baby.
Nope.
All right. Well, everybody, hope we'll see you next week. Back to the serious podcasts and Tuesday office hours. Ask me anything. And other than that, we're out of here. I think that's it for the week. I don't think I have one tomorrow.
You didn't plug Delta CX.
What about it?
It's a design and UX agency, like full service, available for projects.
Oh, you're doing my closing video?
Thank you for watching. Delta CX. And so on. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Delta CX is available for consulting and
Mic is still
projects
on.
related to CX
The
and
mic
UX
is
strategy,
on.
leadership,
Yeah,
training,
it's still on.
problem finding, problem solving,
And it'll
and
be off
innovation.
after,
Learn more
it's
at
this and then
deltacx.com.
But they
seconds.
hear us talking over
Yeah, they
this.
hear us talking
yeah,
now.
That's great.